Commander Threx had fought for 2 centuries, mastering the art of interstellar conquest. Empires bowed before him, but nothing prepared him for the raw, merciless footage of human warfare. It wasn't the scale, it was the fury, the hopeless bravery, the ability to laugh while dying. As the final scene played, silence gripped the alien command bridge. Threx, once a legend of war, stood slowly, eyes locked on Earth. "I resign," he said flatly, and then, without explanation, ordered a ship bound for the blue planet. Everyone asked why. Threx only whispered, "I must understand them." In the heart of the galactic warship Vargax, Commander Threx of the Varn Dominion stood before a holoscreen, arms folded across his armored chest. A dozen of his officers watched silently, their faces lit by the cold light of the data feed. On-screen played footage recovered from Earth's own wartime archives, human conflicts dating back centuries. Threx had requested the footage himself. After several failed skirmishes against human outposts, he needed answers. What made this relatively young species so difficult to defeat? Their tech was standard, their biology unimpressive. And yet, every confrontation ended in disproportionate Varn casualties. The footage began with black and white clips of trench warfare on Earth. Rain, mud, and broken men. Soldiers charging machine guns with bayonets fixed. Their screams were wordless even to Threx, but he felt them nonetheless. Then came urban battles, guerrilla ambushes, flame and steel. Soldiers burned alive and still fought on. "Pause," Threx ordered. The holoscreen froze on a human soldier shielding a wounded comrade with his own body, despite the hail of bullets around him. "This is madness," whispered Officer Jaru. "No," Threx said. "This is something else." "Continue." The feed jumped forward. Earth's wars evolved. The brutality remained. Entire cities bombed into glass. Humans with limbs torn off still crawling forward to drag wounded teammates. Men and women laughing before charging certain death. And in the final clip, a group of surrounded human soldiers, singing a battle hymn as they were annihilated by orbital strikes. No tears. No surrender. Silence fell. Threx stepped away from the screen and turned to his command staff. "You've seen it. They are monsters," Jaru muttered. "They fight with no logic. No self-preservation." Threx shook his head slowly. "No. They fight because they choose to." He tapped his chest plate, and the Varn Dominion crest disengaged with a soft hiss. He placed it gently on the war table. "I am no longer fit to lead against them." Gasps erupted in the chamber. "Commander, you cannot resign. You are the finest strategist the Dominion has known." Threx met their gazes one by one. "And yet I could never win against this." "You think they fight to survive?" "No. They fight because their hearts won't allow surrender. I've never seen a species that values one another like this, not even in death." He turned to the pilot. "Prepare a ship. I go to Earth." It took a standard cycle to prepare the diplomatic-class vessel. Varn High Command tried to intervene, but Threx's record made him untouchable. If he said it was for research, no one could deny him. He traveled alone, passing silently through the border where Varn fleets once tried and failed to invade. The Earth welcome was cautious, but not hostile. Threx had sent a message ahead. "I come not as conqueror, but as student." The UN assigned him a liaison, a human woman named Lieutenant Sarah Mendez, formerly of the Special Forces. Decorated. Scarred. "You're taller than I imagined," she said, eyeing his towering reptilian frame. "You're calmer than I hoped," he replied. "You fought in the footage I saw." She raised an eyebrow. "Which battle?" "Bokhara Canyon. You pulled a dying comrade out of a firestorm." She flinched slightly. "I lost 5 that day. And yet you returned for 1. Why?" Sarah paused. "Because no one gets left behind. Not if I can help it." Threx stared at her. "This is what I came to learn." Over weeks, Threx visited human memorials, schools, training camps. He sat in on combat psychology seminars. He interviewed veterans. Some cursed war, others missed it. Many cried. One day, he stood in front of a small monument in Normandy. A little girl placed a flower at its base. She looked up at him with innocent eyes. "Are you a good alien or a bad one?" she asked. He knelt. "I was once the second kind. I hope now I am the first." Threx submitted a report to the Varn Dominion, brief and precise. "Do not attempt further conquest. Humans are not the strongest species in body or in technology, but they possess something our algorithms will never quantify: an indomitable spirit, forged in pain and bonded by compassion. Against such a force, no empire can stand. He declined all future commands. Instead, he accepted a teaching position on Earth at a military academy. His course? Interspecies ethics and the psychology of resistance. His classroom filled quickly. Humans called him Professor Threx. He preferred that to Commander. And when asked by curious cadets what made him switch sides, he always gave the same answer. Because I saw a soldier die with a smile on his face, just to make sure his friend would live. And to that, there was nothing more to say.